Hello there. In this video, we're going to play with one of our simple screens, and this is from the Laurie Trumpet Collection of simple screens over at AAE Glass. And I invite you, I'll place a link below, I'll invite you to come over and check out all the different screens we have. So today, I want to do a couple of with these beautiful little bird on a limb. We have several bird featured ones. We have some doodle ones coming up. And they're just so fun to do, and you can reuse these screens over and over if you take proper care of them. And so what I've done is with my alcohol ink and the gel press, I have a whole bunch of backgrounds that I've created in the past, and I'm going to just pick and choose a couple of these, 3 or 4 of these to use with the bird. And I'm looking for things that it's going to look good against as far as a background, and I think I'll use that one. And I do like this one too, that I have some words on. I did that doing an image transfer with alcohol ink and some acrylic paint. And let's see. It's just kind of dark. So I have a whole bunch of these. This one could be neat because it's like a light colored and can look like the sky a little bit. And these could be used for cards or for all sorts of things. So the first thing I want to do is I secure my pieces down to a board to work on. And I'm going to just put them down like this. And I'll just put them here. And I'll do this one here. I can actually do this one twice on the same one and make 2 different, I could cut it out and make 2 different cards out of that. And then this one I'm just going to pull off to the side here. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is take my tape, and this is regular blue painter's tape. And what I do with this is I just secure it down to my board. You can use any kind of rigid board or canvas or something to secure these, but you want them to be secure in place so they don't slide around. I've found that's the best way to work with these. So I'm just going to secure each one of these down. So I demoed how I make these backgrounds in the alcohol ink art fall conference, which took place at the end of August here in 2020. And that, if you missed it, that's okay. And you wanted to watch it or join the conference, you can still do so. Go to the alcohol ink art community and click on fall conference 2020 under conferences, or in the top right hand corner it may have moved depending on when you're watching this video. But you can still get access to these presentations. There's 14 presentations in this fall conference, so it's a huge amount of alcohol ink instruction and projects and stuff to do from some fabulous artists. And so just wanted to put that out there if that's something of interest to you. Now that I have these secured down, I want to take my screen and sort of eyeball where I want it to go on my pieces. And so I also want to make sure that I have a plate or some sort of palette that I can put the acrylic paint on. I use these are silhouette images, so what I use for these are black. It says Mars Black Liquitex Basics. You can also use other heavy-bodied acrylic paint. This one is Mars Black from the Artist Loft brand. I really like both of those. They work well for these projects. And but you can use whatever acrylic paint you have. I would say not to use the liquid, not to use like craft paint like this. It doesn't work really well going through the screens. It tends to run. These thicker, heavy-bodied really do push through the screens well and work fine. So I just want to make a point about these screens. These are not just stencils. They have more detail than stencils because they are screens, but they're silk screens. And there's actually a piece of mesh here in between the layers. And the paint pushes through the mesh and transfers onto your image. It's very cool. The process is really fun. You can do 3 or 4 at a time before you need to clean your simple screen. But these are just so much fun, and you're going to see that here in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on my piece. And the first one you can kind of see through what the background's going to look like. The others you kind of have to guess. Because once we push some of that paint through the screen's then black and you can't see it as well, but you can still use it over and over a few times before cleaning it. Okay, so the next step we need to do is tape down our pieces so that they don't move. And I'm just going to tape at the top, and that's going to allow me to like reposition it where I want as I go. And I'm going to work from the top down for obvious reasons. And here I'm going to take my plate, and you can see I've used this quite a few times, and I just need to put like a bead of this or a stream of this acrylic paint down. And then I have a squeegee. These squeegees are also available on the AAE Glass site, and so you can order that as well. And what I do is I load up the squeegee with the black paint, and then I set it aside, and then I come in. Whoops. You know what? I'm not taped down good enough. I don't want to take that chance. I need to tape down this to the board a little bit better. There we go. Now, when I push through, it'll be fine. Okay, so taking this, I'm going to push it through the screen, and you know it's pushed through when you don't see any more of the image there. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is set this aside, gently lift it, and you can see my image there. So then I'm going to come over here, and I'm also going to place it on this, tape it down, and I'm going to take my squeegee with the paint, and we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to push it through that screen a few times on the second pass to make sure that you've gotten it all. I can kind of lift and see, yep, looks good. And then I'm going to come down here and do another one because I can with this. I thought that was kind of neat that I could do 2 on 1. And then when I take it off, I can use that on a card. So I'm going to reload up my squeegee here so I have plenty of paint to push through. There we go. Went in a couple of different directions that time to make sure I had full coverage. There we go. So there's that one. And I have one more here that I want to do. So I actually, let's do it right in here. And remember, I'm going to trim these down. So these will get trimmed down in to a size that I want to put on a card. Okay, just coming in with my paint at a 45-degree angle. And I'm not sure I mentioned that in this video. I did in the others. If you want to watch the other videos that I've done as well, check out, they have a playlist here on YouTube that you can watch. If you're not watching this on YouTube, go to YouTube and there's a whole playlist of these simple screens that I am putting together for you guys. There we go. All right, so now I have 4 different usage of this on my backgrounds, and I'm just going to put this into warm water to clean it. Okay, so I made this little frame thing so we can sort of see what that looks like. So put a little sentiment up here. That'd be kind of fun when I make my cards. Oh, I love that one. Won't that make a lovely card? And then same with these. Okay, thanks for watching. If you're interested in checking out these screens and what's available, I will put a link in the comments below, and you can go and take a look at what we currently have. We're getting ready to release some fun doodles and some other things coming up for the holidays, so I hope that you will check them out. Also, if you're watching here on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and also turn on notifications so that you will get notified when I put these videos out, because I'll be putting them out on a regular basis as we get more and more screens with ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Laurie Williams, and I'm the founder of the Alcohol Ink Art Community. If you haven't checked us out already on Facebook, I invite you to do so. We're a large group of alcohol ink artists, and if you can do it with alcohol ink, it's on there. So we invite you to join us. We have a wonderful group of people and some of the most amazing artists you'll ever see.
Come learn, create, and share with us. It's a life-changing opportunity.